The moment you get what you want, your brain whispers, almost mockingly, next. You land the job you dreamed about. You buy the car that made your heart race. You finally get the person you thought would complete you. For a short while, life feels perfect. You think, this is it. I've made it. But days later, that excitement fades into the background, replaced by the same quiet hunger for something more. It's not that you're broken. It's that you're human. The brain's hidden reset button. Your brain has a built-in mechanism that quietly adjusts your happiness back to a normal level. It's called hedonic adaptation, the invisible force that keeps you chasing the next thing. It's biology's cool trick. You get a hit of dopamine when you achieve something new, but the spike fades fast, and your brain normalizes the reward. Like a thermostat returning to its preset temperature, your happiness resets over and over again. That's why lottery winners return to their old emotional baseline, and why someone who loses everything eventually finds peace again. Happiness adapts. Pain adapts. It all resets. The chase. Humans were never built for satisfaction. We're built for pursuit. Ancient humans who sat still and felt content didn't survive long. The restless ones, the hunters, the seekers, passed on their genes. You are the result of millions of years of chasing something better. So when you finally get what you want and the feeling fades, that's not failure. That's evolution doing its job. Your brain keeps whispering, next, because movement meant survival and stillness meant death. Modern traps. The problem? Your ancient brain is now living in a modern world overflowing with rewards. Instant dopamine hits are everywhere. Likes, notifications, sugar, porn, quick wins. You're still chasing, but now the finish line is digital. Every swipe, every purchase, every goal unlocked, a micro shot of happiness. And then, nothing. Silence. A craving for the next hit. You've become addicted not to pleasure itself, but to the anticipation of pleasure. The moment you get it, it's already old news. That's why people jump from one relationship to another. Why success feels empty after a week. Why the thing you once prayed for eventually feels normal. The illusion of arrival. We live our lives as if happiness is a destination. Once I get there, I'll be happy. But when you arrive, it's never enough. There's always a new version of there, a higher salary, a better body, more followers, more meaning. You never actually arrive. You only move the goalpost further away. And here's the painful truth. The perfect life you dream of doesn't exist because your brain wouldn't let it feel perfect for long, even if it did. The paradox of happiness. So, how do you escape the loop? You don't. Not completely. But you can understand it and work with it. True happiness doesn't come from holding on to good moments. It comes from learning to notice them while they pass. From being deeply present. Not in control, but aware. You can't stop the brain from adapting. But you can choose to stop chasing illusions and start enjoying motion itself. The practice. Be curious instead of greedy, grateful instead of expectant, reflect instead of react. Do one thing fully, eat slowly, walk without headphones, talk without rushing to reply. Let moments breathe, because life isn't a checklist of achievements. It's a continuous unfolding of fleeting moments, and most of us miss them while chasing the next one. So maybe happiness isn't a peak you climb. Maybe it's a trail you walk, noticing the wind, the light, the sound of your own steps. Maybe happiness isn't something you reach. Maybe it's what leaks through the cracks while you're too busy running.